you don't think straight and you don't make the right decisions sometimes.
But then ultimately the end of the first era, but you didn't know if it was the first era, did you? Or
No. We didn't know at the time.
How come? Why? What happened?
We got some sleep. We stopped.
We went to sleep for 8 years.
Finally got so exhausted that we just had to have a break, and that ended up being 9 years. I mean,
Was it all four of you who needed a break, or was it?
Yeah, we all needed a break for different reasons.
What's your reason?
I was exhausted and tired of how much time Skunk Anansie just ate time, and there was no time or peace to do anything else, and also as a band there were all these other elements from outside coming into it and fucking with our chemistry, which just made it not fun.
Do you have an example of one element maybe coming in?
Well, there was alcohol, there was girlfriends, there was just hangers-on, there was just us not, remembering how important the band was. I mean, a band is like a beautiful diamond that you have to keep shining it and keeping it, it's like a piece of brass. You have to keep shining it and keep it pretty, otherwise it's just going to go green and mouldy. And I think that's one of the things that we realise now. But I think at the time we were so tired and so exhausted that we couldn't really see the wood for the trees. We didn't argue or anything like that. We just faded out of each other's lives.
What was your reason?
I don't know really. I much the same, and I think that when you're in a band that is very successful, you're kind of bombarded, and a lot of people you don't think straight and you don't make the right decisions sometimes because everyone else is telling you, hey, that's crazy, let's do that, it's a really good idea, and everyone around you is telling you these things, and so all of a sudden people do things that might be a bit of a crazy idea because they think, oh, it's normal now, and it's not actually a normal thing to do. So
do you have one example?
I don't know.
A big thing?
Trashing hotel rooms.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it partying too hard or just making silly decisions? I mean, sometimes people make silly financial decisions. People might go to you, oh, you want to put all your money in stocks and shares here because of this and that, and you're like, oh, okay, and you put it in, you lose it all, or something like this. I mean, that's not what we did, but these kind of examples, there's always people around you telling you all these things, and they make crazy things sound normal to you.
But when you're tired, your normal viewpoint gets a bit warped.
Yeah.
When you're like, I'm not talking about tired, need a night's sleep. I mean tired, bones, muscle, spirit, soul, intelligence, intellect, all of those things. When you're tired, you let other people make decisions for you because you just can't deal with it. And then that's when things get screwed up. I mean, and so first we just wanted, none of us did anything for 2 years, but just relax and sleep. I mean, I went to the gym for 2 years. I went to the gym like 4 hours every day because I just wanted to just like relax and just be happy with my own physique and keep and stuff like that. And then we started kind of writing songs. But I think that it just takes. I mean, Mark has some particular problems as well, so we had to kind of wait for him to sort himself out. And I think that it just took time.
The good thing about the time, though, I mean, I try to view everything as actually really quite positive. And I think that, when you're in a band and you're successful, you have all these things offered to you that you want to do that you can't have the time to do. So they're all in the back burner, but there's all these great things. So when we did have our kind of break for 8 years, we managed to do all these cool things. And so we've come back and we, all that's done for us, if you know what I mean. And now we can kind of do the band again, and more things will come in, and we'll take a break at some point and do some things we want to do.
What is the best thing that you did?
I don't know really. I really enjoyed producing a lot of records. I went and produced a lot of records. I made a couple of records myself, but I found the process of making records without Skunk not really enjoyable, to be honest. I really enjoyed making records with Skunk and touring and playing, and then when I did it on my own, it was quite a stressful...
It was hard work.
Yeah, it's hard work, and the business was hard
really
work.
Hard work.
And so I enjoyed making them, but I didn't enjoy the process afterwards on my own. So I'd stopped making records myself and said, you know what, I'm never going to play another band unless it's Skunk Anansie. I said that to my friends. I'm just not going to do it. And I got offered actually to join a couple of bands as a guitarist, and I just said,
name me one.
Name me one. I can't say. One of them was very famous, and it didn't happen. But I'm not going to say.
No.
But and a couple of guys actually that I don't want to say. But I didn't do it. I was just like, you know, I don't want to play another band unless it's Skunk. I'm going to go back into, I just do record production. And I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed doing that for a few years and working with bands. And so it was really good, actually. I really enjoyed the time. And then now Skunk's come back, I kind of feel like I've exercised that part of me and can kind of go full on into the band again. And at some point, it'll come back.
What was the best thing that you did? Sorry, but I asked him, so I have to
The
ask
best
you
thing
now.
I did was making 2 solo albums, actually.
What did you think of her solo albums?
I don't know them that well, actually, but I've got.
He's too close. He can't listen to me making music because he wants me to be in his band.
Yeah, I've got the. I haven't got the first
Is it
one.
true what he said?
Probably.
Did you get okay?
I didn't listen to his albums because I didn't want to hear him playing something else with somebody else. I didn't listen to Feeder. I didn't listen to Cass when, you know,
Yeah,
when
you're right. I haven't got Gary Moore album.
I haven't got Gary Moore albums.
I've got Feeder album, but you know.
So a
'Cause
bit
I
of
can't
jealousy
really-
maybe, well he's not playing with me, yeah?
Yes,
Yeah.
there's jealousy, there's envy, and there's also, it hurts a little to have the people that it's like they're my boys.
Yeah.
I don't really want to share them with anybody else. So I didn't listen to Feeder, I didn't listen to Gary Moore's albums, I didn't listen to Ace's solo stuff because it's like, oh no, he's not supposed to be doing that. He's supposed to be doing me, he's supposed to be doing us. Which is really so selfish, I know, because I was also doing my solo albums and I did have people play on them. But you know, that's an honest answer. You know, it isn't a nice answer or a good answer. But even if I did listen to them, I wouldn't have liked it because I'd be like, ah, shit. You know, because it's ridiculous human emotion, but it's like, it's the honest truth. It's just like, you know, maybe I'm not a big enough person to turn around and go, oh, yeah, it's a really amazing, great record.
What did you learn?
Then again, I don't really think Feeder make that great record. Shouldn't really say that, should I?
What?